Hello, and welcome back to Wonderland Asylum. We are back today with issue 55, the Hachette Partworks release of Titanic, the ship, the legend. So, what's in the magazine? An article about the Oceanic class liners, the next one of which was Atlantic. So Oceanic was the first, and following its success they commissioned the Atlantic, which sunk. Again, rescue boats picking up people from the Atlantic, and a memorial to the Atlantic. They didn't have a lot of luck, did they? The old White Star Line. Ghosts of the Abyss, which is another movie from 2003 apparently. And then again there's the submersible, some pictures of the wreck. Again, I believe that is the promenade deck, I think, and it looks like one of the anchors has actually come through the deck there. And that's obviously the side of the ship. And that is it. Now, on to the parts. So, let's see what's in the box today. Okay, so in today's box we have some EP screws. We have the little smoke generator. We have the filter. We have the spring with a little elastic band, and we have the cap, and we have the top of the funnel as well. And in the other envelope we have the two parts that comprise the tank. So not a lot to do today. Again, the first thing we're doing is taking the pointy bit of the spring, putting it into the middle of the filter. It'll go in. This filter seems a bit of a thicker material than the other ones, because the other ones went in a lot more easily than this one, but there we go. That's that in. Then we're taking the tank, obviously with the sealed bit down, pushing the filter in spring downwards. See, that pushes that back up. Now what basically will happen is that will be full of water, and it's a pipette system that we will use to fill the tank essentially. So what you'll do is you'll pop the tank out the funnel, drip the water in with a pipette, and that's how the smoke generator will function. Okay. So next we need the generator itself. We're turning it upside down, taking the cap and lying it in with the solder joints facing down the way and the wires trailing through that little cutout just beside the screw bit that you can see there. That's important because when you fasten it down, the last thing you want to be doing is, trapping the wires. So this is the final smoke generator that we get with Titanic. The fourth funnel, of course, is there for decoration purposes on our model, and it was there for ventilation purposes on the real ship. So again, all we're doing, done this how many times before, is we're now going to line these two pegs up with the two holes on here. Doesn't matter which way around you do it. Again, just make sure the wires aren't getting pinched when you put it together. Get the screw and thread it in. Again, don't need to over tighten. And that is that. And you'll not believe that's nearly as finished for this one. So all we're doing is taking the tank, plugging it in like that, and trailing the cable down. Don't want it to be too tight, but you want it to be tight enough. Expand the elastic band just enough to get it round the wire, round the tank, and it'll pin the wire there. This is to make it easier to pull in and out for when you're going to be, filling the tank up. So again, keep this piece to the side. Now what I've done is I've got my 3 tanks stored in a drawer because I know they're not going to be, there's no point putting them in the funnels just now. So I'll store them safe until the time comes when we actually need them. But that is it for issue 55. So that's us for issue 55. What's coming in issue 56? The base for the 4th funnel, along with some vents and the usual LED strip. Yeah, so again, not a great deal in issue 56 either. I do have issue 56 here, but that is the last that I actually have at the moment. I'm not sure when 57, 58, 59 and 60 will be out. Now again, talking about the smoke generators, I know they let us test it in issue 2 or 3, something like that. I think it was issue 3, and to be honest, that was a bit of a double-edged sword because, yeah, it's quite cool, quite gimmicky, so people could see a wee puff of smoke coming out of the smoke generator. But I think it had the opposite effect. Instead of creating intrigue, what it seemed to do is a lot of people watched it and went, oh, that's not putting out much smoke. And I think it put a lot of people off. But when you remember that this is the test board. It's powered by two AAA batteries, so it's very, very low voltage. And you were using basically a wet bit of toilet roll or something to make the smoke. It's going to be in a tank. The source is going to be saturated, and it's going to be either mains powered or powered by a USB rechargeable battery pack. So it's going to have a heck of a lot higher voltage output. So don't worry, there's going to be plenty of smoke being kicked out. They used a similar generation system on, I think it was the Disney train set or something like that. We didn't get it over here, but it churns out a lot of smoke. I've seen videos of it, and yeah, it churns out a lot of smoke. So don't worry about the amount of smoke that it'll output. But again, for me, I'm not going to be pulling the funnels apart and filling the tanks up on a regular basis. It's just going to be a case of when I want to show people something cool. It's like, look, my Titanic lights up and the funnel's all smoke. Because you can see I've got Bismarck there. It lights up, it talks, in German, albeit. The turrets turn, everything. I've not had batteries in the remote for God knows how long because it drains the batteries. So, it's mains powered. You can see it's plugged into the wall, but I very, very rarely use it. And it's purely because it's for decoration. Folk look at it and go, oh, that's pretty cool. And that's it. It's more for my pleasure than anything else. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. Join me soon for issue 56. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Any comments, questions, criticisms, please drop them down below. And consider subscribing to the channel to see this and future content. As I say, I'm going to be putting something out soon, just feelers to ask if there's anything else you would like to see me build that you know of that's either out now or that is coming. Because as I say, I do have the Millennium Falcon to finish, but I'm not doing that in the channel because I'm doing it with my little girl, and I don't really want to be putting videos on YouTube, and plus it's half done. And I'm thinking about resuming the Ecto 1 through Fan Home, but again, I'm up to stage 43, so I'm not going to start halfway through and try and do videos on it. But anything else you'd like to see, let me know. But as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and peace out. See you for the next one.